Hello, my name is Cy Fisher with Windermere Real Estate South Whidbey. Today we're doing a tech training tutorial for real estate agents. We're going to be working in Moxi Impress, which is our marketing hub for Windermere. Moxi Impress is a really cool program that allows us to automatically generate both print and digital marketing materials for our real estate listings. Its whole purpose is to automate this process so you can quickly get all of the materials that you need to market a new listing. So let's get right into the tutorial. The first thing I want to show you right here is the actual email that you're going to get when you have a new listing. So as soon as your listing goes live on your MLS, Moxi Impress is going to take that information and turn it into automated marketing materials and send them to you in an email. So congratulations. This is what it will look like. And basically you get all these different things you can click on, and it's going to bring you to the type of thing that's talking about. So if you click on this area, it's going to show you how to make a Facebook post, and it's going to, populate with the information from the MLS listing. So you don't have to go and cut and paste any of that stuff. Let's look at this one here. So if you click that link, it's going to open up Moxi Impress, and it's going to allow you to pick from one of 3 photos, which are the first 3 photos that you have in your listing. And then it's going to auto-populate with some information already available here. You can come in and change this to however you want. So that's that link. Let's go ahead and look at the other one. Alert your network. Okay, cool. So it's going to be like an e-postcard, something you'd send through email. If I click on that, it automatically just brings me to what's already generated, which is information directly from my listing from MLS into a nice and clean, Windermere branded design with my own personal information on it. So very cool. An e-postcard you can send to any one of your client groups, anyone you want to alert that you just listed a property. So very cool. I didn't have to do anything to create this. Impress was automatically generating it for me. Really, really neat. Let's go look at that third link. Showcase this listing. All right, let's check that out. So guess what this is? This is a listing website. So basically it automatically generates a website address and pulls information from MLS and creates a nice little website that's specifically for your listing, which is pretty cool. It's taking the marketing remarks, and on the website actually has all of the listing photos. So this is a vacant land piece, as you could probably tell from the photos, and it's got every single one that's been uploaded to the listing. Come down here, it's got some stats. You can click on full details and it'll go to the listing page on windermere.com map, and then my information, and you can request more info. And that'll actually bring up an email that goes directly to my personal email. So really cool stuff, really cool stuff. So let's go back to the email. Also down here, you have some other stuff. You can click on a specific design. So we already looked at the e-postcard. Let's go ahead and look at the flyer with one agent. So if I click that and hit preview, it's going to generate it for me in the form of a PDF. So here it is. It's a single image, marketing remarks. And as you can see right here, it's actually cutting off my profile picture. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to show you how you can go in. You can edit any of these designs if you want to fine tune them. So this one's, pretty close to being ready, aside from that one minor detail, which I do want to change. So you could come up here and you could hit download, and then you could put it in Custom Express, or you could print it, locally, or you could print it in your office, however you're wanting to do that. But it's already generated and ready to go. So if you're not wanting to have to reference an email every time to get to Moxi Impress, you can just come to the hub. Once you're logged into Hub, up here are all your Moxi tools in the navigation. So if you click on Impress, it's going to bring you to the Marketing Hub. It's going to open up that platform for you. And once we're in here, on the home page, it's going to prompt you if you want to create a new marketing project. And it's got different categories. If you select any one of these categories, it'll show you the designs within those categories. So we go up to the next tab, you can go over to projects. And what you're going to see here is any active listing that you have, any new listing that's been created since they launched Impress is going to have its own folder here that's automatically been generated with the marketing materials that we were just looking at from that email. So it's pretty cool. It's already organized and it's already got a lot of neat stuff for you to use. So say, for example, we want to go in and edit any of those designs. We can come in here and click on the folder and then click on the design you're wanting to edit. I just clicked on the e-postcard. So there's 3 tabs right here. I just want to show you real quick. Distribute, so you can email it directly from Impress. And what's cool about that is it actually gives you stats. So if we were to email this and come over here, it would show you like the open rate, you know, and who opened it and that sort of thing. So if you're wanting to do that and make sure you're getting stats on who's actually reading your emails, you can do that directly from Impress. Not every design has that option, but the ones that are meant to be sent via email do. So that's really cool. The other one, if this was a new design, we would click on Publish to Web. But since this is one of the automatically generated designs, I can just go over here to Links and Tools, and you can see that it was actually already published to the web. So if I click on that, it's going to open it back up. And once again, we can see what it's going to look like currently. So this one, it didn't cut off my, my profile picture, so it doesn't need a lot of tinkering. But I'm just going to run through how you would do that if you needed to. So over here, you're going to click Edit. Pretty self-explanatory. You can change, you know, the project name. You can change any of this information. Obviously, the project description, it's going to automatically generate with information here. But if you want to fine tune that, you can. I'm going to leave this checked. Automatically crop photos when adding or rearranging. That has to do with the listing photos. You can mess around with this and uncheck it if you want to crop them manually. Like if we go in and you think, you know, an image wasn't cropped to your liking, you can uncheck that. But I'll leave it checked. So go ahead and save and continue. Now we're at the photos portion. And what's interesting about this, what we have is a single photo design. So it's only gonna upload one photo. And what's telling me here, which is good information to have, is I could be using a higher quality photo for this image, especially if you're, you know, going to print it. So that's good to know. You can also always come in and view it too, like we already have, and make sure that, you know, it's sufficient for what you're wanting to use it. But it gives you that indicator if you want to upload a higher resolution image. Down here, you can replace that image. You can crop that image, all that good stuff. Now, if you have additional agents, if you're co-listing, you can upload their profile images here as well. So I'm just going to leave that as is. Let's go ahead and save and continue. Now on to the meat, the text. So as far as the flyer design is concerned, you can come in here and edit any portion of it. So here on the marketing remarks, sometimes you're going to have more than are going to fit nicely on a flyer. So if you were to, let's just say, duplicate this, it should give you an indication. Oh no, it's an e-flyer. So if it was a print flyer, it would be telling me, hey, there's too much text here. You're going to have to lower the font down to 4-point font, and people aren't going to be able to read it because there's too much information. It's going to fit it all in there on the flyer for you, but it's going to lower the font so to a point where it's not legible. And if this was a print design, it would be telling me, hey, you're this amount of characters over. So on the e-postcard, you obviously have a ton, it looks like, so you can put a lot of information. So let's go ahead and delete that and put it back to how it was with just my marketing remarks. So you can change the property URL. So this is like the button, right? View listing details. You can say, hey, view property website. You can leave that as is. Here's the actual URL that link is going to go to. So by default, it actually goes to windermere.com and the listing page for that. You can leave that as is or change it as needed. So you can come through all these settings and change them to exactly how you want. View 2 is where you're going to put in your second agent information if you're wanting to make this a co-listing or make your e-postcard have 2 agents on it. So pretty self-explanatory. You can actually have up to 3 agents on this one, but for all that stuff, I'm just going to leave blank, hit save and continue. Now it's going to go to the main agent section. So this is where we could come in and change the profile picture if we wanted to, or crop it differently. And And it's the same thing. If you just hover over it, you can preview it, pop up what it's going to look like. You can replace it, change it, or you can crop it. So if you click on any of those buttons, you can go through the process of cropping it however you want. Maybe I just want to have my nose as the profile. Crop it like that. Oh, it's beautiful. Isn't that nice? No, not really nice. I'm going to go ahead and go back to crop and then say use original. Perfect. All right. So yeah, you can change any information here, your brokerage, obviously you want, that's going to populate with where you're hanging your license. So that's perfect. But you put in your Facebook info if you want, anything else. So after we're done with that, we're going to hit, and just real quick, actually, before I move on, you can click on the navigation up here and go back to any section. So maybe I want to go back to the property, to the design information here, the project information. Maybe I want to go look at the photo. I've decided I want to change it to a higher res photo. Okay, so we can go back to the very end and click the little arrow. And so this project is hosted for viewing on the web or is scheduled to be emailed. So I didn't schedule it to be emailed, but it's going to be hosted for viewing on the web. If you've made any changes to the text and or photos, you will need to rehost the project. So I'll show you how to do that. If you went and changed anything in MLS, this won't automatically update. You actually have to rehost it or reschedule the email to make the changes visible. So a little notice there. Let's go ahead and hit OK, and now we're done. So say you did make changes on MLS, you changed your listing photo, you did a price reduction or whatever you did. You'd want to come back here and click Publish to Web again. If you're going to resend it, or if it was scheduled to go out but hadn't yet, and just click Post and Publish. So that's going to kind of refresh where it's hosted. It's going to tell you the address right here. Just hit OK. You can always access that address from coming over here to the Links and Tools section. So pretty neat. That's how you edit a design that it's automatically generated for you. If you want to create a brand new design, you can come up here to Designs, and they have like recently used up here on the top, but I actually like to come down here and select by category. So let's say we want to do a new flyer. So I'll click on that. Now, I highly recommend using the tabs up here rather than sorting through the designs right here. Right now we're on flyer, and you can see there's 7 designs in total. Well, I only want designs that have one agent, so I can narrow it down that way. I can narrow it down by photo count. So there's 2 designs left. One has 1 photo and one has 7. Well, I want to use the one with 7 photos. So that actually narrows it down, so it's a singular design that I can pick. So I can click that, open it up. It tells us it's double-sided, which is good information to know. You can view the sample, which is what it's just filled with random information, not pulling from a listing. So this is what the design layout looks like. Obviously, you're going to change the photos and the agent information will be changed. So if that looks nice, you can go ahead and press select this design. And now you basically are going through the wizard again, like we just did, except for you can put in completely your own information. You can add a different MLS listing if you want to. You can actually share your listing if you had an active listing. So maybe you were trying to create marketing material for someone else's listing. You would want that agent to share it, and then you can pick their listing from this drop-down menu, and it's going to pull information about their listing. Pretty cool stuff. So you walk through the wizard, you get your design how you want it, and then you publish it. So that's how you would create, marketing material for something that wasn't, a listing that you currently have or have had in the past. Up here, you can come up to Listings tab, and this is where you can share your listing, like we were just talking about. If you see an arrow here, you already know that it is shared, so that actually becomes accessible to other people in your brokerage, which is maybe something you want, maybe something you don't. If it's shared, someone else could create marketing material using your listing information. And maybe you want that, maybe they're marketing your property for you. So that seems fine by me. But if you don't, you can come in here and click the Manage button on any one listing. And right here is where the share listing setting is. So you can select yes, or you can select no. So that's where you change that information. And if, since this is an active listing, it's being pulled from MLS. So all this is being pulled over. But say you want to change something manually here, you could come into the listing information and change it here manually as well. So that's how you'd go about doing that. Pretty cool. So that's Moxi Impress. It's got a lot of cool features to it, and really it's just meant to streamline the marketing material creation process for you. So it's very simple to run through the wizard and create your marketing material and adjust it how you want. And even if you don't want to adjust it at all, it's already automatically creating a lot of the marketing material you need. One other thing I actually do want to show you is if you go into one of your listings here from the listings tab and open it up, we can create a new project. You can view your current projects, or you can create a whole new marketing kit. This is a really neat feature. If we click on that, let's see what happens here. So there's basically 4 categories of designs as well, beyond, I guess different categories than like brochure and flyer. These 4 categories are also 4 designs, but the 4 just listed: open house, price reduction, just sold. So let's just say, hey, our property now sold, and I want to use that sale as marketing for myself. So we can create a whole new marketing packet just by selecting, hey, now I want it all of the designs to automatically be populated, but instead of just listed, I want it to have just sold information. Click on that, and it's going to generate all that new marketing material for you with the just sold, action in mind. I'm curious what it does, because this property is actually active right now. So I was wondering if it's probably just going to use the current list price as the sold price, I would imagine. So you can click on any of the designs it generated. Once again, you can come up here and edit them if you want to fine tune them. You can download the PDF. You can download it as a file, or you can hit publish to web if you want to send it as a link or just preview it. So hit OK there. And now if we go to links and tools, you can see it's hosted on the internet, and I can just click that and see what it's going to look like. So it looks like just sold. Neat. Got my main listing photo. It's a single photo design. Then I can come up here and download it if I want by clicking that little down arrow right here, and then do what I will with it. Or if you want to, you can send it over to Express Docs directly from here. So click on that. It's going to open up Express Docs where you can, pay to get it printed, and any amount of that you want. Well, I think they have minimums like 25 flyers you have to, or postcards you have to get printed, but you can send it to Express Docs and get printed, or you can print it yourself, which is ultimately just going to bring you back to that page where you can download the PDF or host it. So that's basically everything I wanted to cover today in Moxi Impress. It is a really simple platform to use, so I highly encourage you guys to go in and familiarize yourself with it, so you can just get up and running when that new listing is ready and you need to start marketing it. So hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. Hopefully you found value in this. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. If you have any questions, you can also put them in the comment section. I'd love to get feedback from you guys if you're liking the tutorials. So also comment down below and like and subscribe if you want to be notified when a new tutorial comes out. So hope you guys enjoyed again, and I will see you guys later.